Well, it's Groundhog Day again. Back on the van. It's been a bit wild today with the weather. Had the wind and rain. It looks like I got a leak in my tent. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. There you go. There seems to be a right there. Lots of little drips. Oh, must be leaking from up there somewhere. I do see a hole over there. I'm going to get some tape on that. If you've got one of these, tape all these bits up because it rubs. And so I've got tape on that one. So anyway, let's get the door open. I'll show you this, what I've got in my hand in a minute. So the last video I painted all this that we can't see. I don't know where my torch has gone. In there somewhere. So, try to use my phone, I don't think it's going to show much. So that's turned black from the spray, the rust converter spray, so that's good. And what I'm going to do today is paint that with some red oxide paint which is probably at the bottom of this pile somewhere. I really need to sort this out. No, that's seam sealer. Excuse me. I was eating something that had coconut in it. Found a torch. We'll stick that there for me to lose later on again. Right. You just talk amongst yourselves while I do this. Yeah, here's it. Rivers and stuff. Ah, that's it, right in front of me. So, Hammerite primer, primed rust and bare iron and steel. So it's red oxide primer. It's just to cover that, keep it protected while it's got the sill over it. So hopefully keep it, do my best to keep it safe from rust. How's that in there? Sorry if I was breathing into that camera. Don't know if you can see in there. I can't. Anyway, so that's today's job. I've got a pack of paintbrushes somewhere. Oh, there we go, I've got a paintbrush. Right, if you don't like people that don't paint properly, don't watch. Because I'm just going to slap this on and go. Pop this with a screwdriver. Bit of a different view today. POV view from my wrist. And if you're just tuned in, it's not that kind of video. Right. Maybe I should mix it up a bit. Like I'm really caring here. Maybe wear some gloves. That'd probably be a smarter idea. But I don't do smart. As you probably have noticed. So all I'm just going to do is just slap this on and get a paint. That is basically my plan. I'm bothering about rund, I'm not bothering about the visual look of it, because nobody cares. Is that a hole there I'm trying to paint up? I don't know, maybe it is. Anyway, it's in here, out of sight, out of mind. I'm not going to paint that wee bit because I need to weld that up. I thought it was a grinder, cutting, well, a grinder eye, but it was a cutting disc, a grinding disc. So we'll do one coat of this, then I'll go back over it again. Don't get all the wee bits I miss. You can see some welds in there. I might just need a wee bit of a covering. Time's running out here by my body. It's fighting me every bit of the way it can when it comes to holding tools and doing stuff. Don't give it turn into a Bob Ross episode. Root to a cheeky little tree here. It's a happy little tree, it's not a mistake. No, Bob. Fucked up, Bob. We can all see you fucked up, Bob. Slap it on, put too much on, nobody cares what you do. Put it on, getting rusty. Why am I fucking singing? I don't know. Stop singing then, I can't, I've already started. Had some coffee today, another Costa mocha. It's slowly wearing off. Well, that should keep that protected for 5 minutes. At least. It's increased the value by about £1. Whole pound. That's POV of painting. Right. Anything I need to weld or just grind off the paint, because the problem I've got is with this weller is if the wind picks up I need to take the tent down. If I need to take the tent down, all this is exposed to the rain, and if it's exposed to the rain then it's just going to get moisture and rust. And then I'm just going to use a wax oil spray that I've got, and hopefully that'll do the job. I can just get my wee brush in there. the wee bits that I can't reach. Done. Oh, she needs my spray thing, didn't it work? Which was wonderful. Anyway, that is that done. Did I not just say I was going to weld that bit? Anyway. Right, that's that done. It's not pretty. It's not ugly either. I don't know if it sticks to that anti-rust stuff. Well, I don't really know. Guess we'll find out. Right, that's solid on that. So there we go. That's one job done. I'm not going to weld it now, I'll let that dry, get all the fumes out of the way. I don't know if you need to double coat this. Just one coating off. Apply 2 coats of hammerite oxide by brush or roll and a minimum of hours between coats. I don't know how many hours because some idiot put paint on it. A top coat must be applied for a minimum of, I think that's a 6 hours for best results, allowed 24 hours. So that means I can't do it all today. Can I shut that door? Or is that going to stick? Oh, never thought about that. Guess we'll find out. Well, of course it won't get stopped there on the sill. Jesus, man. Top quality content here. What do I do in the meantime? What time is it? 12:55, so I've got 1 hour, 2 hours to do something. So, aye, 2 hours. So, I'll come back to these once I figure out what I'm going to be doing. This is a bit that's annoying me. This bit here. I'm hitting with the torch. There we go. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what it's supposed to look like and how it's supposed to work. And that's solid in there, but obviously you can see I put my fingers here. So I'm wondering, do I weld like a disc just to close that up a bit? You know, like a saucer shape. Here's I'm all posh talking about saucers, but you know what I mean. Talking about saucers in the plate, not as in a flying saucer. So yeah. So here where my fingers are, I'm not sure what to do with that. I think that should come down a bit more at the back and maybe come round in a curve and close that off. That kind of tapered, come to a taper maybe. Maybe that's my best bet. I don't think the wheel's going to rub you know, should have been in a wing here to stop the wheel getting bashed. I know the bit here missing, I took it off, in case you wonder where that was. I'm going to have to do this bit again. Look at that big hole. I welded that in a hurry, that was really stupid. Anyway, that's all I've got to report today. My welding by numbers here. Constructive service, this is the thing about doing this outside. I'm just rushing, not taking my time and getting a chance to do it, at least with the tent I can. Okay, I'm not really bothered about the finish here because, you know what I mean, it's not going to be right. I've got plans for the vehicle. Same with the arches and things like that. This is not my biggest plan, or biggest worry. You know, the thing is, I don't even know what could be rusted under there, for all I know, because I do see a wee bit of rust right there. The thing picks it up, but see it. So I think the wire brush, take all this orange oxide off and just check it. And obviously in here, that's all rusty, look at that. So yeah, I think cut that out and start again. And then would that be better just cutting this whole section out and building it from the outside? Seems like a lot of work. Right. Or even some of it. And just this bit cut out. Again, seems a lot of work. And I don't want to do more work. I've got enough work. The bird's been in here again. Sweet God. Things are annoying. There we go. The arch is in here some, well, bucket, I don't know what it's called. Anyway. Look, I don't know if you can just point that there. See the rust? So I need to get that cleaned up. Start again. Right. Same with this. I think I'll just cut this. Just cut all that. It'll probably be better. And start again. That. Working in the dark. Alright, that's the plan. To be honest, I had a bit of a dog's dinner. That, I'll be better just cutting that. I know the guy who's heard it before had this whole fiberglass and whatnot. I don't know what was going on. He's probably supposed to have fixed it fiberglass. No harm to the guy, if he's watching. You know, I'm not saying anything bad about him. No, I'm not mentioning the exhaust pipe with this tape on it at all. Aye, I think that's what I'll do. Remove that tank filler and then fix that, because that is just ugly. But that'll be another video, not today. This was just a quick update anyway. It keeps the views up for the channel, for all 5 people that watch it. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Have a good weekend.